this is Countess Boobula. Today we are at 2021 Haunticon, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty interesting time. We have a few interviews to do, and everything looks pretty busy at the moment. And then we plan to do an interview with Necronomicast. That should be interesting. And also the organizers of the event. We will also be walking around showing you what's going on in the event. And we'll have lots of fun on this adventure, spooky adventure. Now here's Jack Angry. We didn't have Sanji today, so he's working the camera.
Well, thank you, Countess. Yes, this is your old pal, Brother Jack Angry. I'm behind the camera today. Unfortunately, Sanji's been grabbed by immigration, so we're working to get him free and get him back behind the camera where he belongs. Brother James and the rest of the gang, Inferna, Lady Torrid, they are all unfortunately MIA doing God knows what with God knows who and God knows why. But anyway, yes, we're going to be walking around the convention, taking a look at things, hopefully getting some good interviews in. Tonight's movie is actually a surprise. It is a very, very popular piece of pre-code film, and we'll be going to that shortly. But again, now back to the Countess and back to the 2021 Haunticon Omaha Convention here on the Angry Brothers Omaha Shakarama. Enjoy.
Hello again. This is the Angry Brothers Shakarama, and we are here with Brian Corey.
Hey.
And he is the podcast speaker of Necronomicast. And how are you today?
Never better. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. I haven't had much sleep, but I'm doing okay.
Par for the course around here. Keeps us up at night.
Yeah, definitely, especially with spooky stuff.
Amen, sister.
So, what kind of things are most popular paranormal subjects for you to discuss?
A lot of people are really interested in, ghosts and Bigfoot and things, but, a lot of people are really interested in things like time travel, if that's possible, interdimensional travel, all those kinds of things. So, anything is fair game on my show. I welcome everybody's opinions, because nobody's really an expert on all this stuff in the afterlife. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of inevitable what we'll find out eventually in the end.
One way or another, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So what's your favorite thing to talk about on the show?
The favorite thing I like to talk about on the show? Well, probably I'd have to say Bigfoot, Sasquatch, or ghosts, haunted places, the history of haunted places and attractions, especially around the Midwest, but anywhere there's something that goes bump in the night.
Yeah. And how long have you been doing the podcast?
Well, the show's been on for 10 years. I was welcomed on as a co-host about 6 years ago, and then about a year ago, I took over the show, and I'm the sole host. It's my show now, so it's been on for 10 years. It's got a good run. It's had a good run.
Yeah. And how do you like it?
It's one of the things that give me great pleasure in life. It's a lot of fun. I love having interesting conversations with interesting people and sharing stories and talking, and it's just a good way to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, and have you had any particular paranormal experiences yourself?
I haven't. I'm not one of those guys that have seen a ghost. I've had some strange things happen to me. I was on an investigation. I've had doors close that I can't really explain. I might have been touched one time at the Rose Theater when I was the only one in the whole building. But sometimes weird things are, you got to open your eyes and look for like weird coincidence. I don't know if I necessarily believe in coincidence. I think things happen They might be connected, but we don't know why. So just all kinds of crazy things happen, and you just got to kind of keep your eyes open and do your research. And
yeah. And then, do you have a favorite haunted destination?
I've been a couple times to Malvern Manor. That is always a lot of fun. The Villisca Axe Murder House, just for the great history of the place, is great.
There.
I had a wonderful shrimp cocktail at the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. So, I like just going all over the place.
And it's definitely a fun time just to explore and get to experience things that maybe other people.
Yeah, even if you don't see a ghost, you can tell all your friends that you went to this supposed allegedly haunted location and you went looking for ghosts while they were busy, mowing the lawn and watching reruns on TV. I'm out exploring the crazy parts of the world. So.
Yeah. Have you been out of state and all that?
Oh, sure. Missouri and Iowa and Colorado. Yeah, you bet. No other. If they're haunted in other places I've been, I didn't experience anything or I didn't know about it. But actively going out to seek haunted places, just mostly in the Midwest.
And are you local?
Yeah, I'm from Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay.
Born and raised.
Okay, well, let's see. Anything?
I did want to throw in
Yeah, go ahead.
that you are looking for people here at the convention who have had paranormal experiences for your podcast.
Yeah, I thought it would be interesting to have an episode just of people, much like yourselves, just wandering around, and everybody's got a weird story. So I just thought it'd be fun if anybody wants to come up and, talk into the recorder here. You can just talk into the recorder, and I was going to edit a special Haunticon show, probably out this summer.
Definitely had some paranormal experiences. We'd love to get you that on in the interview and you two talking about that.
Yeah, that'd be great, anytime.
All right, well, we can do that right now. If you don't mind.
Hold on a sec. Okay, I got plenty of time. I got to introduce the next speaker at 3:15. So what are we talking about?
Just, well, let's have the Countess tell you about her paranormal experience.
Yeah. Tell me all about it.
Okay, well, I do live in a haunted house.
Here in Omaha?
Bellevue.
Bellevue. Ooh, there's a lot of haunted houses in Bellevue. I mean, no kidding.
Really?
That's what I hear. Everybody's talking about it all the time. Bellevue.
Well, so I've had a spirit watch me grow up. And at first I thought it was maybe a shadow person or some dark entity for some time. Spirits like to play tricks on you more. Is what I've come to find out more than female. It was my grandparents' house, and they still reside there, so to speak.
Okay.
And
so to speak.
Yeah, well, the afterlife.
Oh, okay. So Grandma and Grandpa used to live there.
Yeah.
Grandpa and Grandpa are probably still there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, most definitely.
Gotcha.
Most definitely.
Okay.
Things go missing all the time. Things get thrown around.
It's interesting. I always hear about ghosts hiding things. It's like I wish a ghost would help me find my keys sometime, or I'm always losing my cell phone.
They did hide my other corset today, so I guess they didn't like that one.
They wanted you to wear this one.
Yeah. But the spirit in the attic, he's been there for a long time. Haven't really looked at the history of the house yet.
Yeah, is it an old house or kind of a newer house?
Built in the, I want to say, late 50s.
Okay.
So, kind of, but it was built for veterans. My grandfather was a World War II veteran.
Oh, great.
And he likes to play with the electricity a lot.
Were your grandparents the first ones to live in that house? Did they move in when it was brand new?
I believe so, but I'm not exactly sure. My brother is actually a practiced psychic.
Is that right?
Joshua Fletcher.
Okay.
And he did a little looking for me, because I have my own abilities, but I haven't done a lot of practice. And so I had him clarify some things, and we come to find out that he's kind of stuck in the attic for whatever reason.
The spirit, and it's not the same one that watched you or hung out with you when you were a child.
It was.
This is the same one.
Watched me grow up.
Yeah. Wow.
about mid-40s.
Do you ever feel like uncomfortable by it, or do you think it's somebody more, like past family?
I did in the past feel uncomfortable because I didn't have the clarification.
Sure.
But I've definitely come to realize they're friendly. They're overprotective towards me. So when something is going in the house and there's a negative energy, they'll throw stuff around,
Really?
or they'll move stuff, mess with the electricity. And
Interesting.
so watching me grow up, it's almost like, I don't know if it's a parental presence or what, but I mean, I guess that's kind of interesting and nice to know they've got my back.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know, like perhaps before that house was built, maybe the land was home to some other people in some way, like another house or another building. That'd be interesting to kind of go through county records and find out if there's anything on that land beforehand.
Yeah.
And you never know. I know, maybe somebody out, looking out for you.
Do you know?
Could be a time traveler. You never know.
Yeah.
Somebody from the future or the past.
They seem to get stuck, right? Are you able to get county records like available without cost, or do you have to pay?
Sure. They're public records, so you go to either the courthouse or some counties. I know Douglas County, you can go and look at the valuation from the county assessor and see who actually owns the land, and maybe go back a couple owners. You're able to do that for sure. But yeah, all those things are accessible, so it might be worth going and checking out the history of the land. You never know what could have been there before a house, or it could be something associated with the house for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely in the attic, which was in my old bedroom. So yeah, I mean, good to know, good information. That we know that we can access public records for free, and in case any of you all have your own experiences in your local.
It's a good point to make, that sometimes people think when you're doing paranormal investigation that you have to go into a house late at night with it all dark. You don't have to do that. Sometimes you can just go to a library and look at old newspapers and clippings of places, and kind of do your research that way. You can investigate a property through records, county records, or you could go through the Omaha World Herald or the Bellevue newspaper. What's the Bellevue paper? I'm not sure. Anyway, you can go through the World Herald.
Yeah.
And their newspapers go back, over 100 years, and you can maybe find out something interesting about the property that you had that experience at.
Yeah, I definitely should do that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I think this is, we've had a good conversation.
I have really enjoyed talking to you guys. This has been a lot of fun. Highlight of my day, for real.
I'll have to, would you like to shout out like a site that your podcast is on?
Absolutely, I'd love to do that. Thank you for letting me do that.
Yeah.
If you're interested in listening to my conversations with people in the paranormal world, or true crime authors, television personalities, people in Hollywood, you can go to necronomicast.com. That's my website, where you can go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, all those places that you love to get your podcasts and entertainment that way. I'm right there, and I'd love to have you be a listener. It was great talking to you. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
This is fun.
We'll also throw that out in the blog when we post it.
Oh, that'd be great.
We'll make sure you get links and pubs and everything.
Yeah, send it to that email address. I'd loved it. This has been a lot of fun. I'm so glad that you took the time to speak to me today.
I will definitely have to check it out, and
I'm going to check out your show immediately.
Yeah.
Well, right now we are on YouTube, so just Google Angry Brothers Omaha. It'll take you to everything that we're out there. I mean, we do have a YouTube channel. Yeah. We've got like almost 80,000 views on it.
Holy cow.
So it's like, yeah.
Well, send some of them my way, would you?
Yeah.
Well, actually, we'll make sure we'll pub you in. We are on Facebook. Just Google Angry Brothers Omaha, and go right to it.
It's great. Well, what a treat to talk to you today. I really enjoyed it.
Yes, I did too.
I hope you guys have a great day.
It was wonderful meeting you.
Hey, take care of yourself, all right?
Thank you.
All right,
too.
guys. Nice to see you.
Great.
And you're with the Squirrel Cage Jail?
Yes, I am.
And what is your name?
I'm Kat Slaughter. I'm the museum director.
Okay, very cool. So have you had any experiences?
I have. I've heard footsteps. Recently we heard music. We're hoping that we caught it on a recorder, of course. I've seen some shadows, but not too many because I don't necessarily go looking while I'm working on my own.
I can understand that.
Yeah, because I have to go back the next day.
Yeah. And how long have you been working with them?
It'll be 5 years this May. It's gone fast.
Oh yeah, I bet. That's a long time.
Oh, it is.
And then, what brought you to start working there?
I actually went to school for museum work, and then it just kind of lined up with all my passions, happily.
That's pretty cool. And let's see. What draws you to the paranormal the most?
I think I've always been interested in it since I was a kid, but it's just been fun to explore it now that it's more out in the open these last 10 years, I'd say.
Yeah, it's definitely easier to talk about and discuss.
Yeah, get less weird looks overall.
Yeah. Have you ever been on any podcasts or anything like that?
A handful now, yeah.
Yeah?
And we actually have our own podcast with the Historical Society too, which you can find on our website, thehistoricalsociety.org.
Okay. Everybody will have to check that one out. Let's see, what else can we ask? Are you having a good day today?
Oh yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I would love getting to meet everybody and seeing people I haven't seen this whole last year.
Yeah. And have you been a part of Haunticon before?
Yeah, this is our 3rd year with it.
Okay, yeah, I went to the first one.
That was a fun year. A little cold though.
Yeah, definitely.
I like this much better.
Yeah. Yeah, today's a nice day out.
Yeah.
And then, let's see. How long has the Squirrel Cage Jail been around?
Since 1885, so 136 years old this year.
That is a pretty old place.
Yeah, we've been around for a while.
And then, let's see. Sorry, I haven't had much sleep tonight, or last night.
I get that one.
So, do you have a general remarkable experience that maybe you can't shake?
Oh, I don't know about that. We're happy to share everything that's happened there.
Yeah, and I'm sure you share on the podcast and everything like that.
We shared some, and then we've had different shows and different groups come through that have shared their experiences as well. We can document things to at least the 1950s with paranormal stuff, and most people who've grown up in the Council Bluffs area just kind of know that that's a haunted building.
Yeah, and where exactly is that located in Council Bluffs?
226 Pearl Street. We're right next to the courthouse and City Hall.
Okay, that way everybody knows in case they want to visit.
Sure.
And does it cost anything to visit?
It does. So we do day tours. Adults are $7, and then we also allow the investigations, and all those prices are on our website as well.
Okay, well that's fantastic. And I think we've got a good amount of questions.
Wonderful.
Anything else you'd like to add, like a page or anything specific?
So we have a Facebook page, which is Squirrel Cage Jail of Potawatomi County, and we're one of 3 Squirrel Cage jails or Rotary jails remaining today.
Okay. Well, I'd say I hope you have a really good day, and I hope you enjoy this as much as everyone else. You're running a booth, but I mean, it's got to be an interesting time.
It's so much fun.
Yeah. Well, it was very nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
And this is Countess Boobula, and we are here with
Jamie.
And how long have you been running Haunticon?
So 2018 was the very first Haunticon. Technically, this is the 3rd one, should be the 4th.
And have you had a really good experience so far?
Oh yeah, you know what? This is a really great turnout. This looks very similar to the last Haunticon that was in 2019 with some obvious changes, face masks and stuff like that. But as far as setup and attendance, it looks incredibly similar.
I do agree with that. I'm very impressed and everything. You guys always do a great job.
Thank you.
And what brought you to start running Haunticon?
Well, it started, I actually give ghost tours for a living. So I started giving ghost tours, and that kind of at one point transformed into wanting, I didn't know what a paranormal convention was. I did not know that was a thing, but it was more about people asking me, where can I go investigate? Where can I do an overnight? And I found out so many people wanted to know these things, but a lot of times it takes a lot of research to get there. And I was like, what if we had all of that in one place where you could come for an hour or two and learn about multiple locations and kind of hear about them and decide for yourself if that's somewhere that you would like to maybe go on a tour or even do an overnight, investigate. And this is just a better way, I think, for people, especially just getting into the paranormal, to learn a lot of information in one place rather than just trusting Google.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. And how many booths would you say we have?
There are 42 or 43 today.
That is quite a bit.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what is your favorite thing about running Haunticon?
Well, this is weird. Like I've made so many friends that all day I've been bumping into people that I met at Haunticon or on ghost tours that I obviously haven't seen a lot in the last year, either because of COVID or they don't live in Omaha. And Haunticon, it has a great drawing where people come back every single year.
Yeah.
Even though the convention's pretty similar, there's differences, but they want to come back and have an experience, and then also to get people into the same place. So it's definitely just people in general, whether you want to call that vendors, attendees, it's kind of encompasses all of them.
And do you have a favorite destination that you've experienced activity at?
I don't really have a favorite because all of them offer very different experiences. As far as locally goes, Malvern Manor is one of my favorite to investigate. I've had some very, very large experiences there. But favorite, that's like asking which ghost tour is my favorite.
Yeah.
I wouldn't keep doing them if they all weren't my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. And have you had any really significant experiences that have stood out?
Oh yeah. I mean, my whole life. So that's also a very loaded question. Yeah. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be giving ghost tours for a living if I wasn't spooky myself. Yeah.
How long have you been giving ghost tours?
Oh my gosh, I think 2016 was my first year. So 5, 6, 7. I'd have to do math. But yes.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I haven't asked anything that I've already asked. Do you have a... sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Let's see. Is there anything you'd like to ask Jack Angry?
Well, yes. Okay, thank you, Jamie. This is Brother Jack Angry here. I know that as far as the here and now, and have you had any, like, I want to say really bizarre experience, or does any particular experience stand out as far as one of your tours? Or, I mean, have you...
one of my tours?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One of your paranormal investigations.
Oh yeah, one of the scariest experiences of my life actually happened on a ghost tour at Hummel Park in 2017.
Okay, I've heard about the staircase at Hummel Park, and it's like I don't know the whole story, but
it's a fun legend. I do it on all my ghost tours. I take people to count the stairs. It's fun.
And with counting the stairs, what is it? The number is always different, or
supposedly that if you start at the bottom or the top, and you count it going down, then you turn around and go back up, that you'll always get a different number.
Yeah. Okay. So a stair disappears.
They're called the morphing stairs, and it is do the stairs actually morph? No. I've never seen them morph. However, the human psyche is that part of the experiment is really fun. Where if I have a group of, let's say, 12 people count the stairs, just the spread of the numbers.
Okay.
That'll cover 30, where people truly are getting that wide of range.
Okay. So everybody gives you a different answer, more or less.
I mean, some people, there's a couple common numbers, but a lot of times you'll have way far off.
So the scariest experience, you said it was at Hummel Park.
Yeah.
And were you did a spirit or something physically interact with you?
I saw a full body thing there.
Okay,
The
so.
whole story is about a 15-minute story. So just short enough to say full body thing in the woods.
Okay, so definitely, I mean, and you can't guarantee that anybody who goes to Hummel Park is going to have that particular experience. You were just either lucky or unlucky, depending on your point of view.
Yep, and I've had people get very scared on ghost tours. And then we have nights where it's just fun and normal. Yeah, definitely I don't like text the ghost before I can say, hey, can you make an appearance?
It's like, hey, yeah, we got people. Get your shit over here.
Do you have a favorite place that you tour?
Again, they all have different favorites, but I mean, there's cemeteries that I love. Hummel Park is hands down, I'd say, on the scary, truly scary side where people get freaked out. But some of my cemeteries are my favorite for just the history. I do Spirits of Sarpy. That's a great woods one too that is scary. So it just depends on the person and what they're looking for. Are you alert? Are you trying to run in the woods and scream? Or are you trying to get some dark history, more like a cemetery?
Yeah. Trying to think. I had a question in my head. Do you have anything else to ask?
I got nothing at the moment, but.
Good.
Well, I think this was a very interesting experience with you, and I hope that you enjoy the con. And we're here with
Stephanie.
And what do you sorry, the name is kind of long.
Yes, it's the haunted 1889 McIntyre Villa, or just McIntyre Villa. We're in Atchison, Kansas. And we rent our house out for paranormal overnights.
And how long have you been doing that?
We bought the house 3 years ago, so pretty recent.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's not
Yep.
too bad.
Yeah.
And have you had any specific experiences that have really stood out?
Yes, there's actually, I don't know if you can catch it, there's a picture right here somebody captured, a man in the hallway with glowing eyes.
Oh.
We've had, it was on the Travel Channel a few months ago. We have 5,200 square feet. All 4 floors are active and different. It's different. Some people don't like the basement. It's 7 rooms. It kind of looks like Silence of the Lambs.
Okay.
Like they're going to get murdered. The second floor to me is really uncomfortable. We have lots of children, spirits, angry men, lots of women. Don't know what took place in the house or what took place in the basement, but a lot of people, they've been sick. They feel cramps. There was possibly illegal medical procedures in the basement. So just things like that. People get touched. People get nothing evil, nothing like scratching or hurting anybody, but hair pulled, touching, voices all the time, footsteps, things like that.
Have you ever been able to find out the general history of the house?
Yep, we have had 9 documented deaths. One of them was a suicide. We had Mr. McIntyre had the house built in 1889. He was a saddle and harness maker. The house was built in 1 year for $14,000. There was a time period from 1925 to 1952. It was a boarding house, and only 2 owners after the boarding house time frame. We're the 3rd owners after the boarding house.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So there's a lot of history in the house. The architect of the house was W. Angelo Powell, and he is the same architect that designed the Washington Monument.
Wow.
So yeah, he designed this house, our house here.
And it's a very beautiful house.
It's a lot of fun. It's gorgeous. We don't live in it. We just rent it out. We won't live there. It wouldn't be that comfortable.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. Yeah, I bet it would be an experience living there.
Yes, the house doesn't like our dog either, so we can't do that. Yeah.
I'm sure the dog doesn't like the house either.
She hates the dog. She hates the dog. She hates the house, yes. She's a 6-pound Yorkie, and her name is Lucy. We call her Lucy for the devil because she is not scared of anything but that house. Yep. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, animals are very sensitive.
Very
to that
sensitive,
kind of thing.
and little and kids.
Yeah,
It is-
definitely.
yes, yep. They will point out things that we have no idea is going on.
When I was a kid, I didn't have an imaginary friend. It was actually a spirit, and I found out later. So
Oh my
I
gosh.
totally understand.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome and scary.
But yeah, I mean, what brought you to the house? What attracted you?
I heard, actually stayed down the street at the Sally House, and I stayed twice within 2 weeks. And I heard there was a haunted house. There was a house for sale and it's haunted, and my husband said, hell no. And here we are 3 years later. So I'm not obsessed with anything, but I just loved this house. I was obsessed with it. And so we ended up buying it.
How does your husband feel about it now?
He won't spend the night, I'll tell you that. He's not there by himself, ever. He will his thinking is, leave me alone, I'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
So he doesn't go looking for it. Now, I, on the other hand, I go looking for it.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. It's like a roller coaster, like a really nervous feeling, or scared, and then it's gone, and you're like, I want to do it again.
And then, have you ever spent the night there?
I spend the night a lot there. I spend the night there by myself a lot. I wear my headphones, I have the TV going, I don't want to hear what's going on.
Yeah.
But when I have girls' nights there and we just hang out, I'm very brave. Very brave.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a haunted doll from the 1800s. She has human hair from a child. And she actually called me a stupid dumb bitch. So yeah, really nice. he was hanging a chandelier once and he heard a lady say, that looks nice. So he gets compliments, I get cussed at. It's okay. Yep.
They say female spirits don't like living females very much.
You know, I believe it. Yesterday, I don't know if you know what Aquanet smells like, but I grew up in Texas, so I know Aquanet. Yesterday was like Aquanet, all 4 floors. It was crazy. And then it would smell like, as he calls it, old lady perfume, but like a powdery perfume.
Yeah.
So they come out when he's there.
Well, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think. Have you ever been on any podcasts or anything?
I have, yes. I've been on a few podcasts. Not too many. Like, I think 2 or 3, that's it.
And how did you like that?
I like it. I like doing them. I've never listened to them because I don't like listening to myself.
That's how I am.
Yep. The news has come out a few times and I won't listen to those either.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, we've had the Travel Channel out, podcasts. I think we're hoping to find someone that will write a book on the villa, because the previous owners, they both passed away in the home, but that was their home. So we're the first ones to let people spend the night and just rent the whole place out to themselves.
And how much does that cost?
For 10 people, it's either $300 or $400, depending on if it's Sunday through Thursday is $300 for 10 people, and Friday and Saturday is $400 for 10 people. So it's like $40 a person.
That's not too bad.
They get the whole house. They get tons of coffee, bottled water, and sodas. It's huge, so you can sleep anywhere. And we just leave you the whole house to yourself.
It looks like it's basically a mansion.
It is a mansion. It is a mansion, absolutely. There's a wedding that's going to be there next month.
Yeah.
So it'll be our second wedding. We've had creepy clown photo shoots there. We've had boudoir photo shoots. We've had people ask about senior photos. So it's more than just paranormal overnights. People can do like anything. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
And then you said it's in Kansas?
Yes, Atchison, Kansas. Which is actually one of the most haunted towns in Kansas.
And that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And are you local or are you from Kansas?
I live in Lawrence, Kansas, about an hour and 10 minutes away.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's not too bad.
It's not bad. We're booked every weekend until September so far. So every weekend, like even this month, April, we have been booked every day but 2 days. So we're booked a lot.
I can only imagine. I would love to come out there.
Yes, it's a lot of, even if nothing happens, because you can't schedule an appearance, of course.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah. And then have you been to, as a booth to any other Haunticons?
I've been here. I've been to Paracon in Kansas City. Next month we go to Ohio State Reformatory to do their Paracon, and then we go to Michigan Paracon.
Okay, well, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, are there any links or anything you'd like to shout out?
Sure. It's 1889mcintyrevilla.com.
Okay,
And that will give them a link to Facebook and Instagram.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And is there anything else you'd like to say?
I can't think of it.
I know I asked a lot of
The
questions.
owner is super cool. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But, no, it's just a lot of fun. It's been, the activity's really been picking up a lot lately. I don't know why, but it's been so uncomfortable that I leave. So it's, yeah. Yesterday was really crazy. I was giving a tour and it was crazy. Like the girls were saying, I don't know if I'm going to sleep here. I think I'm going to leave early. So it was, but then there are nights where you just play some games. So, yeah. And I post videos of evidence on my Instagram and Facebook, so if anyone wants to check that out.
I'll definitely have to check that out, and we will definitely give you a shout out on the show.
Awesome,
and
thank
everything
you.
like that. Post links on the blog.
Awesome, thank you.
Everything like that. And we are local access TV, and we also stream in other countries and everything like that. So,
Oh, nice. Okay, I will check that out.
yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Do you have any business cards?
Unfortunately not.
Okay, well, we are the Angry Brothers Sokol Rama. So if you
Angry or anger?
angry.
Angry Brothers. Okay.
Just Google Angry Brothers.
You got it. I will do that as soon. Yeah, I will. Thank you. I was about to just pick up my phone and start doing it. I will do that. Thank you.
Well, it was very wonderful talking to
It
you.
was nice meeting you. Thank you.
You too.
Have a great weekend.
You too, and it was lovely hearing about the house.
Thank you. It is fun. Check it out.
Yeah, definitely. Well, have a nice day.
Thank you. You
and
too.
I wish you luck on your adventures.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And this is Countess Boobula with Coyote Chris Sutton.
Hi,
And how are you today?
I'm very good. I'm having a great time down here at the Sokol Arena and with a lot of my old friends and making new friends and just having a great time.
Yeah, and have you had a booth at any other Haunticons?
I was at the Haunticon here 2 years ago and I do a lot of other events like in the Midwest. I'm starting to do some on the East Coast too. So I love going to these things because they're just so much fun.
Yeah, they are a blast. I've been to the first one.
Well, the one that was in the old slaughterhouse?
Yeah, it was fascinating.
I heard
This
about
one's
that.
a lot more lively though. And you do paranormal investigation?
I do, right. Doing a lot of places. I'm from the Elton, Illinois area, which has the Mineral Springs Hotel and a lot of other, McPike House, a lot of other real haunted places. So I've been to Huntsville, Iowa, Texas, New York State a few times. I get around pretty well quite a bit, and I enjoy it. I don't, use the machines like a lot of people do, which is cool. I like it to do that. But since I practice shamanism, I tend to use energies and things like that.
Senses.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how it works. Yeah.
Yeah, I have my own abilities. So
Oh, really?
I understand that.
What are your abilities?
Clairvoyant,
Okay.
medium, and can't think of the word right now.
I know
But
something about
mostly, or clairaudient.
Yeah.
Clairaudient.
Yeah.
But some clairvoyant too.
Yeah, that's neat.
But yeah, I meditate and all that. It's
Yeah.
really healthy for anyone.
It is. Everybody should meditate, find some place they can put themselves where they're calm and be able to clear your mind. And Western mind's like what D.T. Suzuki called monkey mind. It's like your mind's always full like a tree of 50 monkeys yapping at you.
Yeah.
So you gotta shut the monkeys up.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
And a lot of people don't believe that they can access their abilities unless they are born with it, but that's not true.
No, it's not. Everybody's got some kind of gift from spirit or God, whatever you want to call it. And our job is to find out what that gift is. And then first thing we do, we heal ourselves first. Because a lot of people want to go, I've got these gifts, I'm going to go help people. And they're a bloody mess emotionally, and it can cause more harm than good. But anybody can access their abilities. You don't have to be born with it. You don't have to be, knighted or something like that. But you have to believe in yourself for it to really work really well, and to learn from people who've been through it, who know how to grow their abilities and things like that. So that's but that's no, you're not just born with it. There's things you can develop as well.
And how long have you been practicing shamanism?
27 years.
Long time.
Yeah, a long time. So it's been a fun journey. You know, it's not any spiritual path is not smooth and easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going through my own right now.
Good for you.
And what's your favorite place that you've been so far?
There is well, I really like Mineral Springs and Alton, but there's a place in Missouri called Valley Mines. It has the second oldest house west of the Mississippi. It's built in 1749, but not only is there ghosts in there in some of the cabins, but there's elementals outside. You see the fairy lights and all these other things. So I love being able to investigate outside and inside. So I would say that's been about my favorite place.
Do you have a favorite paranormal, I want to say experience?
Okay. That one, I don't know. I mean, I've had so many different ones. I've been grabbed before and had rock thrown at me once. And I would say it was probably, we contacted a tree spirit one time. And a friend of mine was very attached to this tree, and we were able to help him connect with it. And so that's probably my favorite one.
That sounds very peaceful.
Yes, it was. It was very peaceful. That's what I like. That's how I like to roll, as peaceful as I can.
Yeah. What's brought you to the paranormal?
A friend of mine's son called me up one day. He was a radio station disc jockey at the local community college, and he wanted to do an all-night Halloween ghost hunt. And so he calls me up and he says, "Hey, you ever do ghost hunting?" I said, "Well, no, not really." But I said, "But you know, spirit. I work with spirits, and ghosts are spirits, and so why not?" So I tried out a few things, and it worked, and so I've been doing that ever since.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And do you have any links or anything that you would like to shout out?
Oh, well, I tell you what. If you look down here, there they are. Now you can access most of what. If you want to find out what I'm doing and what I'm all about, you would go to my website, coyotechris.com, and you can get in touch with me through that. See what I'm about, see where I'm going to be, and that's probably the best thing to look at first. Although I'm on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram as Coyote Chris S. So yeah, I'm on most of the social medias.
And have you ever been on any podcasts?
I've been on several podcasts. So many I can't. I mean, my friend Kelly McCarver over there, she has a show on hers. Shay's Paranormal Chat. The Reaps. There's one up in Canada. I mean, it's like I'm just trying to, it's like a couple times a month I'm on those. So it seems like so. Yeah, I've been on quite a few, and I enjoy doing that. I love telling my story, and it's always fun for me to do those.
Yeah, well, I think we've got a lot.
Okay.
Going, and it was very wonderful meeting you.
It was lovely to meet you too.
And I have really enjoyed hearing your story.
Well, thank you very much. I was enjoyed talking to you.
Well, I think this is it. This is Countess Boobula, and